What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Lexi and today I have the funnest summer readathon to share with you. This is the first time I've ever participated in a readathon here on my channel on YouTube, and this one just sounded like an absolute blast. I love the beach, the sparkling sea, the sand, a little drink in my hand, strolling along the beach. It's calling my name, frankly, this year. I need a vacation. And also, books with summery vibes is something that sounds very fun right now. So when I heard about the Beaches and Books Readathon here on BookTube, I got very excited. And it's being held by a few of my favorite YouTubers here in this space. So let me share with you all of the prompts for this readathon in case you want to participate. You don't have to do every single prompt, it's just something fun to do. The Beaches and Books Readathon is taking place throughout the month of July, so I think this just is like the perfect time to find that cozy beach read and get all the summer vibes. So I'm going to share all of the prompts with you, as well as the books that I'm considering reading for each one. I also want to share with you all of the hosts who are putting on this readathon, and I will link all of their channels below. We have Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails, we have Creatively Faithful, Celestria, Christian Faith and Fiction, and the Lucy Chronicles. Thank you guys so much for putting this on. I've got my beach hat ready to participate, and here we go. So the first prompt here, cute, I love all these cute titles, is Seashells. That is to go to the library, or e-library, go online, and pick out a book, just like picking up a cute little seashell off of the sand at the beach. So here's a book that I picked up at the library a long time ago, and I returned it because I just never got around to finishing it. I never had a chance to actually read it before I had to give it back to the library, and that is Crime and Poetry by Amanda Flower. It just sounds like the ultimate cozy mystery. I love cozy mysteries that can have that little element of magic to them. I know it is a magical bookshop mystery, so it just sounds like a blast. This one's about a girl named Violet Wavery who rushes home to see her ailing grandmother, but then she finds out that her grandma, Daisy, is the picture of perfect health. Violet doesn't need to read between the lines. Her grandma wants Violet back home and working in her magical store called Charming Books. That is so cute. I love that. Violet has every intention to hightail it back to Chicago, but then a dead man is discovered, clutching a volume of Emily Dickinson's poems from Grandma Daisy's shop. The victim is Benedict Raisin, who recently put Grandma Daisy in his will, making her a prime suspect. Magical bookshop, murder mystery, cozy vibes, cute names. I'm there. The second prompt in this readathon is Lifeguard, a book you saved for later. So saved for later, that would be like my entire TBR. York, The Shadow Cipher, that's a middle grade I really want to read. Sky of Seven Colors by Rochelle Nelson, I believe. That one might be good because I'm trying to get through my Christian fiction TBR, and that one is like top of the list, right next to Mortal Queens by Victoria McCombs. So yeah, any one of those could be it. The Hobbit, I'm also due for a reread there. It could be a lot, guys. Next prompt is Waves, a book that made waves in the community. So something I'm assuming that's garnered a lot of hype, a lot of people are talking about. I feel like I keep hearing about this book called Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. Honestly, I did read the first opening chapter on Amazon and I was hooked for sure. I was like, oh, that pulled me in. Yeah, that book sounds like a lot of fun. So that would be a book that I've definitely saved for later at some point to read. The novel follows Theodora Eddings, a girl unable to feel and express her emotions since the fairy Lord Hollowvale stole half of her soul. Does she get it back? What happens when you have only half your soul? I have so many questions already. Number 4 on this reading prompt is Starfish, a book that you think will be 5 stars. So a book that I think might be 5 stars is actually a nonfiction read that I'm listening to at the moment on, you guessed it, Audible. It is the Benedict option by Rod Dreher. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. I will put it on the screen right here. So far, it's really intriguing me, very encouraging for the Christian in the postmodern world. The author proposes the Benedict option as a strategy that draws on the authority of Scripture and the wisdom of the ancient church. The goal here is to embrace exile from mainstream culture and construct a resilient counterculture, raising up one another in love for Christ, utilizing the example of Saint Benedict and how he handled a similar situation in his day. Sounds like it's gonna be an intriguing read and probably a 5-star for me. Number 5, Beach Party, a book about friendship. That is so cute. So a book about friendship that has been intriguing me for a long time is a book called Sweep. I hear that this is a really good fall read, and it's a middle grade book with autumn vibes. The Story of a Girl and Her Monster by Jonathan Auxier? I don't know how to say that. It's about a girl who's a chimney sweep. Orphaned and alone, Nan Sparrow had no other choice but to work for a ruthless chimney sweep named Wilkie Crud. She spends her days sweeping out chimneys, and the job is dangerous and thankless, but with her wits and will, Nan has managed to beat the deadly odds. But when Nan gets stuck in a chimney fire, she fears the end has come. Instead, she wakes to find herself unharmed in an abandoned attic, and she is not alone. Huddled in the corner is a mysterious creature, a golem made from soot and ash. Sweep is the story of a girl and her monster. Together, these two outcasts carve out a new life, saving each other in the process. Lyrically told by one of today's most powerful storytellers, Sweep is a heart-rending adventure about the everlasting gifts of friendship and wonder. That's going to meet my friendship prompt for sure. Love the sound of that. Okay, next up is number 6, Ocean, an underwater setting. Oh my goodness, underwater. That just sounds like a blast. Okay, so this is not exactly underwater, but I do need to read House of Salt and Sorrows by Aaron A. Craig. Okay, again, fall, autumn vibes. I believe that this house is on the edge of the sea. You see kind of like a watery cover on it. I hear that this book is, I believe, a bit of a 12 Dancing Princesses inspired tale. In a manor by the sea, 12 sisters are cursed. Anna Lee lives a sheltered life at Highmoor, a manor by the sea, with her sisters, their father, and stepmother. Once they were 12, but loneliness fills the grand halls, now that 4 of the girls' lives have been cut short. So a bunch of the sisters keep dying, basically. And so Anna Lee becomes increasingly suspicious that the deaths are no accident. Her sisters have been sneaking out every night to attend glittering balls, dancing until dawn in silk gowns and shimmering slippers. But Anna Lee isn't sure whether to try and stop them or to join their forbidden trysts, because who or what are they really dancing with? Very magical, very spooky and scary probably, so it's probably good a fall mystery read. So I'm very intrigued by that one. And it is a manor by the sea, so I know that's a bit of a stretch for the prompt, but there you have it. Number 7 on the readathon prompts is Sunshine, a book with a yellow cover. This was an easy one, and I see a lot of people using this book in place of this prompt, and I think it's a good idea. Dear Henry, Love Edith by Becca Kinzer. So this is kind of a You've Got Mail inspired story about 2 people who are living in the same house, but they never see each other and they've never met. One of them works nights, the other works days, and they just pass post-it notes between each other. They don't think that they know each other in real life, but apparently they do. And there's kind of this romance that ensues. Oh, and they also both assume that the other person is old, just because they've never met them, and they sound old from their notes and their names. It sounds like a cute one. I love the cover. I think it looks really cozy and adorable. Love the sunshiny yellow. It just looks like a ton of fun. So I think this would suit that prompt perfectly. And I think it would be a fun summery book to read in July, especially. Number 8 is Sandcastle, a book with royalty and maybe a castle on the cover, question mark? Let's see, I'm gonna go with 1,000 Heartbeats by Kira Cass. This is one that's been on my list for a long time, and I believe there is royalty involved in the story, or at least a castle of some kind. Another book that I think might be fun is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Also, I think deals with royalty and castles, pray chance. Powerless says here, she is the very thing he spent his whole life hunting. He is the very thing she spent her whole life pretending to be. Only the extraordinary belong in the kingdom of Ilia. The exceptional, the empowered, and the elites. I think we're getting almost similar vibes in this other book by Kira Cass. Princess Annika has lived a life of comfort, but no amount of luxuries can change the fact that her life isn't her own to control. The king, once her loving father, has gone cold, and Annika will soon be forced into a loveless marriage for political gain. Miles away, small comforts are few and far between for Lennox. He's devoted his life to the Daranian army, hoping to one day help them reclaim the throne that was stolen from them. Kira Cass brings her signature sparkling romance to this beautiful story of star-crossed lovers and long-held secrets. I like the sound of that one too. They both sound really good, and I think they would both fit really well for that prompt. Number 9, Beach Ball, a book about sports. Okay, this is not one that's on my list because I've already read it, but it does involve sports. And just briefly, it's like the main character loves soccer, and it is Love and Other Great Expectations by Becky Dean. I mentioned this in another video. It's kind of a scavenger hunt romance book. An American girl goes to England to win prize money in order to get a scholarship to go play soccer, and she meets a British boy named Luke, and they have to go on this kind of amazing race-style scavenger hunt across England and fall in love in the process. So it's such a good book. You guys, if you love England, you love scavenger hunts, you love love, highly recommend it. Okay, and then number 10 is Flip Flops, a book with 2 POV. I might have to go with 1,000 Heartbeats on this because even though I already mentioned it, I think that one would be a good fit because it goes back and forth between Annika and Lennox, I'm assuming, so that sounds like a lot of fun. It's a book that is kind of intriguing me and it has the 2 POV, so I think that would be a good choice. Number 11, Rainy Day, read a book during a rainstorm. Well, that sounds lovely. I don't think there's gonna be a rainstorm anytime soon where I live. I live on the sunny west coast of America, and I don't foresee rain. I would love for there to be rain. I love rain. It would certainly make it a lot greener where I live if that happened. I don't think that's gonna happen where I live, but I will turn on a rain ambience video in the background. That'll have to suffice. Number 12, Boardwalk, set in a beach town. Okay, this is a really cool prompt because I've been wanting to read a cozy mystery set in a beach environment for a really long time. If you guys have any recommendations for a beach town cozy mystery, let me know because I am like so interested. Right now on my list, I do have the first book in the Miss Paulifax series. I don't know if there's like beach involved there, but I think there is. I believe she has to go to like a resort or something to fulfill her espionage roles. She's like this old lady who's always wanted to be in the CIA and decides to finally take a chance and become an agent when she's old. And I just hear nothing but good things about this. Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day, she's talked about the Miss Paulifax series for such a long time. Mrs. Paulifax series for such a long time, and I'm so interested. It's on my shelf. I can't wait to get to it. So that is it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about the Beaches and Books Readathon. I even wore a shirt that I designed that I just realized was perfect for this. The shirt says Books and Beaches, so not exactly the same title as the readathon, but it's perfect, and I can wear this shirt and read the books and follow along the prompts. I will link below, as I said before, all the creators of the readathon. Really excited to partake in this July. Also, if you want to participate, comment below using the hashtag Beaches and Books 2024 or tag one of the hosts of the readathon. That's a good way to let them know that you're participating so they can see who is joining in for all the fun. And again, if you have a cozy mystery recommendation set in a beach town, I need those. So let me know. Recommendations, beach town, cozy mystery, let me know. I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.